Hi everyone, and today it is our second panel discussion on examiner patent and design paper. That is the exam which is going to come, and that is the Controller General of Patent, Design and Trademarking. And this exam is scheduled to be in September, that is preliminary, and mains is in October, and interviews will be in November. Yesterday we had a panel discussion with the mentors of non-technical subjects. And today's our discussion is for descriptive paper, which is going to come in mains, and that is a technical paper. So today we will be having detailed discussion with some of the mentors. Not every mentor is available today. Some of the mentors are here, so we will have discussion with them, and we will be discussing in detail about the technical subjects. Let me tell you, paper 2 of mains is of 300 marks, as you all are aware. And YourPedia has made a lot of videos in which we have in detail explained the pattern of the question papers also. So paper 2, which is descriptive paper of 300 marks, that will be having section A, section B, section C, section D, and every section has 3 questions. वो सारे का सारा हमने एक वीडियो में एक्सप्लेन किया हुआ है. Please watch that video also. Our today's this panel discussion is related to क्या strategy है और कैसे हम उसको सारे के सिलेबस को देखते हैं as mentor of each subject, and 2 months के अंदर how we can crack it. Before I go to Gurvinder sir, who is executing this entire module and who has planned it very well, and we discuss with him about the module, I just want to discuss one thing with you. This exam is giving you great opportunity, especially for those who are 30 plus years of age. 30 to 35 age में बहुत सी opportunities reduce हो जाती हैं, and this is a great opportunity for all of you who are in that age group. But the only trouble is, in that age group, you are not sitting idle at home. Maybe you are doing PhD, you are doing higher education, or you are doing job. And for you, managing the time is the most important thing, time management. This is where YourPedia module steps in. We have designed this module in such a way that अगर आप जॉब भी कर रहे हैं या अगर आप कहीं PhD कर रहे हैं, तो with minimum investment of the time, you can crack this exam. Earlier, this exam was conducted in 15 and 18. Interview was not there, and there is another opportunity, at least for YourPedia as a platform, because we are the largest platform which mentor you for interview, and we are seeing this entire exam as 3-step strategy module, that is pre, mains and interview. वो भी हमारे पास एक opportunity है. Now I'll go to Gurvinder sir. Gurvinder sir, you have designed this entire module. कल भी हमने discuss किया था detail में, and I believe that whenever we design a module for very limited time, 2 months, it is not easy, it is very challenging. But knowing well your experience of coming out with such tailor-made modules, आपने पिछले कुछ सालों में बहुत हमने सक्सेसफुल उस तरीके के बनाए हैं, and you are the person who should be given response, main credit for that. तो अब ये 2 मंथ का जो मॉड्यूल आपने डेवलप किया है, जिसमें नॉन टेक्निकल है, टेक्निकल है, एंड प्री और मेंस के बीच में एक ही मंथ है, और टेक्निकल का इतना सिलेबस है. So I would like to ask you that how you have developed this module, and what are the main things which students should keep in their mind while they will go through the module of YourPedia. So over to you.
Okay, thank you, sir. So as you asked me, sir, about the how we have planned this module. See, as we have discussed in the yesterday session also, that about that how you have to basically proceed for the things. I asked you this question, and you have answered that we have to go parallelly with the prelims as well as the mains exam. And yesterday we discussed only the this non-technical part. So we have to prepare for both the things parallelly, prelims as well as the mains. So that is the reason why we have, although the prelims is only the qualifying round only, so final marks will not be in that part. So we have started that descriptive module. As I received the call, so many students asked me, sir, how you will proceed for this? Only non-tech we have to prepare first, only prelims we will prepare first, descriptive we will prepare parallelly in the after the prelims. So once we go for the prelims exam, 3rd September, after that we will having very less time.
Yes.
So we have designed in a module that we have to prepare the things parallelly. So what we have done, obviously the main focus before the prelims will be on the non-tech part, but we have started the descriptive classes. So the time we have kept for that classes is comparatively less what we will do after the prelims, because after the prelims the main focus as that is of 300 marks will be on the descriptive part.
Yes.
So we have kept it as roughly 1.5 hour class we are going for the descriptive.
Okay.
Rest non-tech classes are going on, and once we have covered this prelims, then after that we will increase the pace. So roughly we have designed it for the 150 hours.
Okay.
So in the 150 hours, what like we have started the classes, what we are going through that roughly on an average in 1 hour 2.5 to 3 problems are being solved.
Okay.
So roughly 400 to 450 problems
will be solved.
I think which is more than sufficient for
Practice.
any and for practice. And in that complete subject will be covered. Means on an average for a single subject roughly 25 to 35 depend upon the subject.
Okay.
Problem will be solved. So that will be more than sufficient as we have discussed. So that will be more than sufficient to prepare that subject from descriptive point of view. So each and every aspect, numerical part, this derivation part, each and every aspect will be covered.
Okay. And one more thing, I think we should all remember is कि हर किसी को time उतना ही मिला है. If you have got 2 months, everybody has got 2 months only. So whatever I think we have designed, if you follow that particular strategy, then I am very sure your preparation will be very good. So now, Guru sir, please introduce your team to all of us.
Sir. So our team is, as all faces are very much familiar on the YouTube. So Aman sir is there, Mukesh sir is there, Manish sir is there, Gaurav sir is there, Kailash sir is there, and Jitendra Tyagi sir is there. So all team members are, some team members are not there. They are basically busy in some other activities like Chandra sir and Shekhar sir. Some other team members are also there. So my very first question to Aman sir is, as Aman sir, you are from the computer science. So how you are basically have planned for this thing, the computer science descriptive?
Thank you, sir. So the thing is that there are not much exams which are descriptive in pattern for computer science. Like in other streams, there are EECE exams, but in computer science there is no EECE exam. So you prepare for the subjects, but you prepare them from the perspective of multiple choice questions, or you have to solve that question in 3 minutes. This is how computer science exams are. But in this paper, you also need to have a clear understanding of the basic concept that why this numerical was solved like this and something like that. So you need to have a basic understanding of the subject thoroughly, and you need to practice those questions in a descriptive way, because if it is a 20 marks question and it is a descriptive question, there will be some marks for the steps also. So you have to go in a procedure that this is the first step, this is how you solve it, then you get there. So, and the second thing is that most of the students which are from computer science, they are mostly busy in the job. So they will only have 2 to 3 hours a day they can spend on preparing for the subject. So the module is designed in a way that 2 to 3 hours will be more than sufficient, and very large amount of number of problems will be solved in a descriptive manner, which will be very essential, because the sources which are present for computer science to prepare for a descriptive subject is very less. You cannot find any question papers which will ask these type of questions. And apart from that, the strategy how we are going to proceed with that, so I think Mukesh sir will guide on that.
Yes, Mukesh sir.
So thank you, sir. So first of all, sir, I want to tell you about the beauty of this paper, sir. So the reason is that it is descriptive in nature. As Aman sir already told that, we have even for CSE, not a single paper is descriptive in nature. And the great point is, sir, mainly if we go with the analysis of the students who are already joined in the YourPedia module, so I can say 90% students are like at the age group of 28, 30 or 32, and they have a huge gap like 10 years or 8 years from their study. And now the point is they don't know even the concept, and they don't know even the how to write the problems. So the beauty is the competition is very less for computer science branch. If you just put some effort, or like 3 to 4 hour effort in a day, so I can assure you, sir, as a mentor, so it is more than sufficient to crack the pre as well as main exam, sir. Fine, sir. And the second thing, so how we can go with the strategy, or how we can proceed with the approach, sir. The point is, like, we know, if as a computer science student, if computer science students are watching this video, they know how to solve the MCQ problem, how to apply the logic and then give the answer within a 1 minute or 1.5 minutes. But nobody tell you about the proof of theorems and about how to write the problems, how to write the solution in step-by-step procedure. So the beauty of this module is, sir, we are just picking a problem, then we just describe the whole basic the structure, or I can say the logic behind that problem, and then at the end we give you the complete solution how you can solve, or you have to write the problem in step-by-step manner. So student get the complete information about the topic. And the second point is, sir, if we talk about the I don't know as much about the mechanical or EC or electrical branch subject, but the point is, if we go with the computer science branch, sir, so for each and every topic, like maximum 40 questions are there. and we will provide you the list of those 40 questions. And after just completing the 400 or 450 problems, I can assure you that, sir, almost 80% problems in the exam are from the same. That I'm saying on the camera, sir. So that is more than sufficient to prepare for this exam. And now the strategy, as Gurinder sir already told, sir, right now we are going with the 1.5 hour classes, but after pre-exam we have 1 month. And if we talk about the 4 month or 4 hour or 3 hour or 4 hour lecture for a month, like almost we have 100 hours. And in each day, if we cover 3 problems, then just by covering 300 problems in a month, that is a, sir, great advantage for the student. And resources are very limited. Even I can say there is no such resources, sir. So if any student want to prepare, and if he or she join YourPedia module, sir, there is a high rate of success for that particular student, sir. So that is all about the strategy. So you, my dear students, so go with the preparation. So please be focused on the pre part, and parallelly you just go with the main part. Or if anyone have any doubts, sir, they can reach out to us, sir.
They can shoot their questions.
Yeah,
Yes,
sure, sir.
thank you. So next is Manish sir. Manish sir, you are from the mechanical department. So tell us about your subject and your strategy for that.
Okay, so as per mechanical engineering syllabus, so we have a very vast syllabus if you compare with other exams, and some new parts are also there. So for this exam especially, you need to prepare very specifically. Means you just put your complete syllabus in front of you and you read one by one. करेक्ट, बिकॉज अगर हम कंपेयर करें अदर एग्जाम से तो बहुत ज्यादा डिफरेंट सिलेबस मिल सकता है, एंड अननेसेसरी स्टूडेंट्स कैन वेस्ट देयर टाइम, करेक्ट, एंड टाइम इज वेरी प्रीशियस राइट नाउ. एंड एज ऑलरेडी मुकेश सर टोल्ड यू, if you prepare 1 month from right now to at the end of 1 month, so every day 4 hours की classes होंगी, and for approximately 4 hours में 5 to 6 क्वेश्चन तो easily हो सकते हैं, and 300-400 प्लस क्वेश्चन हो सकते हैं, करेक्ट. तो अगर मैं मैकेनिकल इंजीनियरिंग की बात करूं तो अभी से हमें थोड़ा सा प्रिपरेशन करना पड़ेगा, बिकॉज द सिलेबस ऑफ मैकेनिकल इंजीनियरिंग इज मच लार्जर देन द कंप्यूटर साइंस इंजीनियरिंग, करेक्ट. ये एक कह सकते हैं दिस इज वन ऑफ द बिगेस्ट पॉइंट, करेक्ट. और इवन किसी भी एग्जाम का आप देखेंगे तो मैकेनिकल सिलेबस काफी ज्यादा होता है. नेक्स्ट, जैसे मैंने अभी पेपर का एनालिसिस किया, एंड आई फाउंड कि इन एग्जाम वी हैव 4 sections and every section has different weightage, correct. Okay. And if I see in section 1, then it has approximately a 28 marks weightage. Then if you move from a section 1 to section 4, then the 4th section have 120 marks weightage, correct. So with respect to this weightage, if I tell you how to solve question paper in the exam के टाइम पे solve कैसे करना है उसकी मैं अगर बात करूं तो मैंने ऑलरेडी डिस्क्राइब किया इन माय वन यूट्यूब लेक्चर, करेक्ट, यूट्यूब वीडियो, उसमें मैंने डिटेल डिस्क्रिप्शन दिया हुआ है. बट वंस अगेन इफ आई टेल यू वन थिंग कि हमें हर सेक्शन को इक्वल टाइम नहीं देना. यू शुड प्रैक्टिस इन सच अ वे दैट you should if you have a 6 marks question, then you just pay time accordingly, correct, because time management is very important for especially this descriptive paper, करेक्ट. एंड दिस इज वेरी वेरी यूनिक थिंग जो कि ईएससी में नहीं होता और कहीं एग्जाम में नहीं होता है. वहां पे टाइम इक्वल नंबर वेटेज होता है हर क्वेश्चन का और इक्वली आपको टाइम देना होता है. बट हियर वी हैव डिफरेंट सेक्शंस एंड डिफरेंट वेटेज, करेक्ट. तो अकॉर्डिंगली हमें उसके लिए मार्क्स देना पड़ेगा और उसकी वैसे ही प्रिपरेशन करनी पड़ेगी, करेक्ट. और यहाँ पे हम जो क्वेश्चन प्रैक्टिस करेंगे, देन वी ट्राइंग टू प्रैक्टिस इन सच अ वे दैट if we have a 6 marks question, then we should pay around 5 to 6 marks to solve that question. And if we have 30 marks question, then we pay around 15 to 20 marks, 30 marks to solve that question. Right. So this is the very unique strategy you need to follow for this exam.
Yes, good sir, good sir. Next is Gaurav sir. So you are also from mechanical, sir. So your subject and your strategy for that.
Okay, sir. As I see that this exam will contain descriptive paper, and when we just see the last year cutoff, it is only the 143 marks out of the 300. So the paper level is very very tough, not as compared to the ESE. In a ESE, we are just always observe the marks will be near about 180, 200 marks. But in the case of this examination, I just see the marks will be 143 only. So the paper pattern and the paper things are also so much different, and it will contain near about 30% different syllabus from the ESE also. And so many questions came from these parts also. We can see also the manufacturing management parts. It will just contain the so many questions, drought, chimney. There are so many different things which are come from the these syllabus also. If I'm just talking about how to answer this, sometimes it may be happen ki some question is very when we just solve in the case of objective, so we can just give the answer in 1 or 2 minutes. When we just write the descriptive and the same question is come, so how to write the step, this is very important, and you have to practice all the things. Either it just belongs to the ESE, AS, and also the some reference book. So we will provide you in our lectures all the things in a single time. Right. Na? You will just get it and just solve and just practice the questions. And we will also cover up the whole of the topics, which is not in the ESE also. So these are the main point for us. We will provide all the things in a minimum time, and the maximum coverage will be done here. Okay.
Means you have done the complete homework for that.
Yes.
We have done the syllabus analysis. We have done the questions type, what type of questions they have asked, how they have to basically manage the time and according. You have done that. And I think you have getting this means providing this information to the students also in the live classes also.
Yes, surely.
Thank you. So next we come to the electronics and electrical team. Kailash sir and Tyagi sir is there. Sir, just tell viewers about your subjects of these domains.
So thank you, sir. So basically, the very first thing is, there is a difference between the conventional, which we call the descriptive, and objective exam. So there is a difference in the study approach, in the basically, type of question asked or the time management. See, when we talk about the difficulty level in the objective, first student needs to understand that difficulty arises because of the, diverse variety of question being asked, right? But in conventional, the difficulty comes in different way. We have 12 to 13 subjects in the electronics and communication. So there are 2 to 3 subjects which are totally practical industry based. Like digital electronics is one of the subject, right? So in digital electronics, you may expect some good question related to SRAM, DRAM, memory parts. So those topics specifically which you don't regularly study for other conventional exam, they will be covered here. You rely on the YourPedia education, right? See, there is a one category of the topic which are frequently asked in the many conventional exam. For them also, I always suggest student, and what we are following here, we will follow 12 subject, 12 textbook. Each textbook 30 question. And if I tell you guys, you check the last year paper, Sadler and Smith question, transistor question, 2 NP and PNP directly taken from the Sadler and Smith textbook questions. There is a fixed collector to base price question directly taken from the Sadler and Smith microelectronics books. Why I'm telling this thing, most of the conventional questions they directly take from the standard author book, not from the local author, standard author books. So whatever strategy we are going to follow here, what question we are going to tell you people here, so those all will be highly relevant and appropriate as per the demand of the exam. See, let's take understand the mathematics. If you are attending a 1 hour class a day and teacher is basically discussing with you 3 questions a day, 3 questions you do at your own, total 6 questions a day. If you do this activity for 3 months, 90 into 6, it's 550 question around. And if you're solving 550 question, so that will basically set a very good pace for the conventional or any descriptive writing exam. The second thing, mental block student have while solving the objective question, it's our mindset, human nature, that we do most of the calculation in the minds. We are not interested in writing it, okay? Even it's a very big calculation, we do the manipulation in the mind. We just simply put down the answer. But in conventional, you need to avoid these things. The art for that is practice. So if you are solving those 540 questions, keeping in the mind, you need to practice the art of writing everything in steps. That is the one. It's not like that, just getting the answer, solving the 1,000 of question. You solve 2,000 question, but if you are not keeping and taking all the point into consideration, which plays very important role for the conventional, you are wasting your time. Solve minimum question, quality question, but while solving, cover all aspect. How to write each and every step, because there is no negative marking. But if you will not write clearly, you will write in hurry, you will cost mark, there will be penalty, and you will be behind in the race. So if I talk about from electronics and communication point of view, electrical engineering point of view, I always divide subject into 2 categories. Some subjects are logic based subject where you don't need to remember anything else. I myself teaching analog electronics, I don't have remember anything else. It's totally concept based topic. If you know the concept in the mind, you can teach it after 10 years, 12 years. As a student, you learn it today, you can implement it after 10 years, 8 years. But the point is, it seems sometimes the numerical is only 2-minute taking. That is for might be objective, but for conventional, you need to write in such a way. it seems that you are writing a conventional answer. So that is basically you need to practice while doing the practice of the question. And second category of the subject is like EMFT, electromagnetic field theory, electronics devices is there, communication system is there. Even if you are solving them for objective, you need to do a lot of steps because this subject don't allow you question to skip the step. So I believe you need to learn, you need to basically study, you need to practice as per the requirement of the subject. And that's all we will be taking care here in the YourPedia education module. So you can cross check the data. Most of the question of whatever, I guess, 2 question paper we had, around 50 to 60% questions straight away taken from the standard author book. For electronic student, for analog electronics, follow the microelectronics by Sadler and Smith. For control engineering, follow the control engineering by BCQ. For network, follow electrical engineering Van Valkenburg. For EMFT, follow the electromagnetic by WH8. For signal system, follow OpenM and Olke Actings. For communication, follow Simon Hackins and BP Lathi. For basically digital electronics, there is a book Fundamental of Digital Electronics by Tossi. Follow that. For electronics devices and circuit, there is a book Donald Neiman and Steedman Banerjee. Follow those books. I believe if you are following these 7 to 8 books, there is no conventional exam in which question will be out of these books. The beauty of the textbook, why I'm time and again, why YourPedia mentors always trust textbook, because they are the credible resources. We don't want to share with you the question which are taken from the random resources. Either they are framed by a mentor with his expertise, either they are taken from the resources which are highly credible, or they are the trustful resources. Because we believe, as all of we are telling, that the student time is very precious. So what I believe as a mentor is our duty, what else content is going out there, that should be relevant, credible and appropriate, so that if student is preparing with that current, he basically be the very directional. Okay, I don't need to take worry of anything else. YourPedia education is doing that for us. My task is, if I'm getting 2 hours a day, totally focus on the exam. So that is basically what, as a mentor, we all sitting here are putting effort in the YourPedia education, and that is kind of R&D one must do at the back end. Only then the quality product comes out for the student and they can fulfill their dream with that, right? That's from my side.
Thank you, sir. My one more question to Kailash sir is that like in the electronics branch only, so many students who are way passed out,
Right,
2009, 11, 14, they're facing the problem in the concept. So what your advice to them?
See, my advice to them is, let us suppose some students are facing problem in the control system. They are starting the subject of control system. What problem they will face according to situation? They will say, sir, हमने तो Laplace transform बहुत पहले पढ़ा था, हमें formula नहीं पता है. For them, I tell them one shortcut way. Take out the cheat sheet. We call the cheat sheet, right? List of the all formulas for the time being, and try to imply that, right? Because they are not going to ask you derivation. If you see the previous year paper, no derivation being asked, only the numerical part. If you're going to solve the numerical part, the problem will come only that you don't remember the formula. You don't need to go there and driving the entire formula. That is not the requirement of the exam. So keep the cheat sheet, keep the formula sheet with you before starting the subject. And even if you take any of the textbook, now why I'm calling textbook, they have the beauty. In first they provide the formula, in last they provide the appendix, the important things are mentioned there, right? If you follow those things, I don't think you need to go anywhere else. And our basically R&Ds on that content, if textbook as itself is containing that much information and we are putting our effort on that to shape it as per the requirement of the student. See, it's not like that we are taking the textbook, giving to student, okay, take it, read it. That is going to take a lot of time. But where our role comes, our mind, our hard work in making the content in such a way that it can be fruitful and it can be useful for the student in very short span of the time of 2 months. So that's what my point is.
Right, sir. Thank you, sir. So now come to Tegi sir. Tegi sir, you are also part of the non-technical team also and in the technical also. So about your subject, sir.
मेरा जो टेक्निकल सब्जेक्ट है, that is a common subject for electrical engineering, electronics and communication and computer science. ठीक है? And since it is common, so important for all of those, minimum 2 questions you can expect from this subject in all the branches. Okay. Now, what I think in this question paper, some questions may be from theoretical part. Okay, they can ask you some theoretical questions, some definition, or most questions will be numerical based. So we have to focus both the things. Okay, and when we will write the answers in the question paper, so sequence of writing the answer does not matter. So how you write the first answer, first question, that is very, very important, because every examiner who check the your answer sheet, So they see first question carefully, and if you have solved that in very well manner, you have explained everything, and your writing is also good there, then second question also they will check, and if some good impression is there from first question, second question, definitely in last questions they will not focus more, they will pre-assume that okay, it will be okay. So always in your paper you have to identify that which are the questions which you can answer in best way, okay, and clearly mention question number, and your answer, you are answering to that question in the writing. So writing is very very important. So before the examination, I think we can discuss this all again, how to write in well manner. Okay, now for preparation, revise, you have time during the day, if you have time, revise all the subject, and if you join the class, if you attend the class, so some extra things definitely will come in the class, and your competitors will also interact with you actually. When you attend a class, so many students also join that class, so you get idea about how others are performing, what information they are having, so it motivates you, it keeps you motivated. So attending class with some mentor is very very beneficial. You can self study, but for momentum, okay, you should attend classes and listen to mentors, and also listen to other students and see how they are performing. Are you behind them? Work more hard. This is important, okay. And if we talk about my subject digital electronics, so in digital electronics, if they ask some theoretical question, they can ask it from the memory that is in the syllabus. Focus on the syllabus, okay. So they can ask you to compare these kind of memories like DRAM, SRAM, okay, how they work. So this kind of question you have to prepare. Then in logic family also in the syllabus, so logic family, we have different logic families, so there also comparison is important among different logic families. So you should clearly remember point by point that if we are comparing TTL with CMOS, so how you can compare in the form of table, you have to write in well manner, okay. And then numerical based questions, so from multiplexer, from Boolean expression simplification, that is very very important. They can give you some expression and they can ask you simplify that. So while you are simplifying some Boolean expression, so you are going to use some formula, so clearly highlight that formula also. Suppose you have used some formula in reducing expression, but you did not mention that, so how will the question paper checker will decide which formula you have used? So better to write down that formula also, that you have used a plus a bar equal to 1, so mention that, okay. And then from multiplexer they can ask to draw some state diagram. Counter designing is important. They can give you some state diagram, and then they can ask you that design a counter using these kind of flip flops. So basic concepts revise all, and then attend classes. Definitely it will help you a lot, and it will help in other subject also, in all subject, like in network also, in control system measurement, okay. And there is in electronics one more subject, that is computer engineering, they mentioned in the syllabus, so you will definitely know some new things there. That's it.
Thank you, sir. So my now next question is to Vijender sir. Sir, you are also part of some topics from the descriptive part. So which subjects, which topic you are covering, sir, and how you are going to cover that, sir?
Okay, so anyhow, as a teacher of mechanical engineering, I am going to take manufacturing management system design. ये theoretical subject है, industrial engineering से related है, management से related है, which is my domain. और students डरते हैं थोड़ा because dichotomy होता है, numerical solve करते करते theoretical subjects में practice नहीं होता, but I think it's a easy pie, easy marks है यहाँ पे, तो practice करेंगे और जो आपको provide किया जाएगा material वो sufficient होगा. ये सारी चीज हम industrial engineering management के अंदर करते हैं. थ्योरेटिकल सब्जेक्ट्स होता है, थ्योरेटिकली आपको लिखने का तरीका होना चाहिए, किस तरीके से आप पॉइंट वाइज लिखेंगे, एग्जांपल्स आप कैसे देंगे, जहां पे आप कोई टेबल बना सकते हैं टेबल बनाएंगे, सो दैट यू एक्सट्रैक्ट मोर मार्क्स. इट इज ऑल अबाउट एज त्यागी सर सेड कि आपका जो पहला क्वेश्चन का आंसर आप लिखेंगे वो ज्यादातर डिसाइड कर देगा पेपर चेकर का एटीट्यूड आपके बारे में, कि वो आप किस तरीके से हैं और कैसे आपने लिखा हुआ है. सो राइटिंग इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, प्रैक्टिस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. सो दैट इज हाउ वी हैव टू डू इट. बाकी कुछ टॉपिक ऐसे हैं जो आपको और एग्जाम्स में नहीं होते लेकिन डिफिकल्ट नहीं है, और वही हम लोगों का काम है. आई थिंक बैक एंड पे बैठ के हम वही काम कर रहे हैं कि जो स्टूडेंट्स को एफर्ट करना पड़ेगा वो हम लोग कर रहे हैं, सो दैट ओवरऑल हमारा ये बेसिकली अच्छा मॉड्यूल इवॉल्व हो जाए. दैट इज नॉट अ डिफिकल्ट, इजी इट इज, वी कैन डू दैट. या
राइट सर. So normally there are very less exams, sir, in which descriptive questions are being asked. So what is the need for this descriptive questions in this exam especially?
बहुत अच्छा क्वेश्चन पूछा है गुरिंदर सर। ये एग्जाम जो है ना, ये एग्जामिनर पेटेंट एंड डिजाइन का है। जरा सोच के देखो, पेटेंट एंड एग्जामिनर का प्रोफाइल होता क्या है। हम लोगों ने एक वीडियो डाला था, उसमें एक आए थे जेंटलमैन एंड ही एक्सप्लेन इन डिटेल कि पेटेंट एग्जामिनर पेटेंट एंड डिजाइन का जो काम है वो इन्हीं को सब चीजों को लिखना कैटेगोरिकली, और पेटेंट अप्लाई करते टाइम जैसे आप डिस्क्रिप्टिवली लिखते हो, चीजें पॉइंट वाइज लिखते हो, बहुत मेटिकुलस वे में लिखते हो, वही चीज आपका होने वाला है, वही आपकी जॉब प्रोफाइल है। सो ये एग्जाम की रिक्वायरमेंट है कि यू शुड बी वेरी गुड इन राइटिंग। मेटिकुलस लिखा जाए, पॉइंट वाइज लिखा जाए, कोई इंपॉर्टेंट चीज छोड़ी ना जा सके, इंपॉर्टेंट चीज को हाईलाइट किया जाए, ये आपकी जॉब का एक पार्ट बनने वाला है। एंड आई थिंक दिस डिस्क्रिप्टिव पेपर इज गोइंग टू चेक दैट ओनली। तो इसके लिए मेरे को लगता है इसको डाला गया है, बहुत अच्छी चीज है ये जो डाला है।
Thank you, sir. And one question I am answering, which basically students are asking me about the descriptive test series. That's the, will you provide the test series for that? Yes, we are going to provide you the questions, and you will write a detailed descriptive answer of that, and you will send the PDF to us, and then mentors will give you the marks in that accordingly, and they will give you the feedback how you are basically making a mistake, how you have to improve the things. So that one question I have to answer for this thing that students normally asking me. So I would like to thank each and every mentor who has been part of this this meeting. So now sir, final words from your side, sir.
Okay, so let me conclude the session. After thanking my mentors, let me conclude the session. मेरे को जो समझ आया सारा हम लोगों का जो डिस्कशन है उसका ये है कि you need not to worry. हम लोग काम कर रहे हैं, हम लोग यहाँ पे सारा मॉड्यूल इवॉल्व कर रहे हैं, वी हैव इवॉल्व्ड इट। और जो आपको 2 मंथ के लिए पढ़ना है, जितना भी पढ़ना है, देयर इज सिलेबस इज ह्यूज एंड मटेरियल, स्टडी मटेरियल इज देयर, ट्रेमेंडस कंटेंट इज अवेलेबल विद ऑल ऑफ यू। लेकिन अब मेन चैलेंज आता है कितना पढ़े, कहां से पढ़े, जो सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट है, दैट वर्क वी मेंटर्स आर डूइंग। आपका ड्यूटी है उसको फॉलो करना और उसको प्रॉपर एटीट्यूड के साथ सुन के जो मेंटर्स बता रहे हैं एग्जीक्यूट करना। इतने सालों का मेरा जो एक्सपीरियंस है एज अ टीचिंग जो मैंने किया है, आई स्ट्रांगली बिलीव कि आप कोई एग्जाम को क्लियर करेंगे या नहीं करेंगे वो विद इन 1 वीक डिसाइड हो जाता है जब वो एग्जाम डिक्लेयर होता है। विद इन 1 वीक अगर आपके माइंड में ये चीज आ गई है कि आप इसको क्लियर कर लेंगे तो बिलीव मी आप कर लेंगे, अगर नहीं आई है तो आप नहीं कर पाएंगे। आपको 1 वीक के अंदर ये अपने आप को बेसिकली कन्विंस करवाना है कि आप इस एग्जाम को क्लियर करना है, आपको इसको फाइट मारना है और आप इसको निकाल ले जाएंगे, और उसी एटीट्यूड के साथ तैयारी करना आप स्टार्ट कर दें। So that attitude is very important, that passion is very important, and self conviction कि मैं इसको निकाल लूंगा एग्जाम, and this exam is for me, ये 2023 में मेरे लिए आया, मेरे को इसकी सीट निकालनी है, that is very very important। बाकी सारा काम टीचर्स का है, मेंटर्स का है, वो हम लोग देख लेंगे। Our duty is कि उतना पढ़ाया जाए जहां से एग्जाम में पेपर आए। आपका ड्यूटी इज कि जो हम पढ़ा रहे हैं उसको पढ़ें एंड देन यू क्लियर द एग्जाम, एंड लेट्स मूव विद अ पॉजिटिव एटीट्यूड, with the positive thinking that we will clear this exam. And if you have that positive thinking, believe me friends, you will surely clear this exam. That thinking you should have in your mind, no negative thinking. Don't you think कि मेरा नहीं निकलेगा, बहुत कंपटीशन है, इतने लाख लोगों ने इस एग्जाम को लिखा है, 2 ही मंथ बच गया है। These all are negative thoughts. इनको निकालो और just one thing मेरे को निकालना है, मेरे को करना है, and I will crack this exam. With that attitude you should proceed forward. Again, let me thank all my mentors here, and we are committed, sir, for the student community. We'll give them the best, the way we give always, and I'm very sure this will help them, our module will help them. Thanks a lot to all of you, sir.
Thank you, sir.